The ancestors are speaking.
The ancestors are speaking.
So be tapped in, tuned in,
and turned on to your manifestation.
Turned on to your manifestation.
and turned on to your manifestation. Your manifestation.
Hello everyone, welcome to another amazing episode of Galactical Goddesses. Today we have a great topic. We're going to be talking about women, our life, and we're also going to be focusing on womb wellness. Stay tuned, we have some great information for you today.
Wanna be a boss? Let's talk business. Let's talk fashion. Let's talk health, fitness, community, lifestyle, and finance with Boss Up Houston, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Peace, love, and light. It is your Galactical Goddess Kösmïc Khamïllïon, and thank you for tuning in to Tantric Soul Sex Sessions, sharing with you a little bit about women are life and womb wellness, bringing all that together full circle, sharing with you my experience from coming from an extremely interesting, I like to say interesting versus dysfunctional. I'm learning to switch up my language now if I want to vibrate on a certain frequency to manifest all these things that I know I'm capable of manifesting. I had to realize how powerful I was, and learning the hard and long way and not honoring my womb. I experienced a lot of interesting experiences when it comes to relationships. When I reflected back on my parents' relationships and generational habits versus curses, that I had to sit back and reflect. Doing a lot of my womb healing, I discovered that I was very disrespectful and not honoring, nor did I know the power of my womb, nor did I appreciate my womb or myself in general. And that caused me a lot of chaos, unfortunate chaos in my life. And going into me researching, I started to get into metaphysics and spiritual understanding of myself. I had an experience with my spiritual partner where he chose to, I don't say cheated anymore, I say he chose to honor himself. And so in that experience, I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about me not, when I don't honor my intuition, how it continues to put me in situations where I deny myself the truth, and I deny myself, I guess, the acknowledgement of understanding that people have their own time of growing up, and me needing to or wanting to change other people is a distraction from me being whole and a distraction from me loving myself unconditionally. It taught me to sit back with myself, to engage in a lot of, I got introduced to shamanic healing, herbal remedies, yoni eggs, teas to help heal the womb. I started to understand the whole purpose of the moonlight and the full moon and the half moon. And once I started to learn and gain this knowledge of myself and how I'm interconnected to the divine, to the cosmos, I started to be able to manipulate my own reality. I started to gain my personal power back. I started to heal myself from these generational habits that I picked up that caused me to create these patterns that I knew when I first had my son. That was the first my first child. I knew that things needed to change expeditiously. What do y'all say? Expeditiously, things had to change, and I realized in my relationship that I was going down a pattern which was not going to honor me, and I was not showing my children those things that I wanted to see them be reflected in them. And so from doing a lot of healing retreats, hosting healing retreats, I have a program that I offer, but that's a whole nother day. I started to realize that once you know and learn yourself, it's each one teach one. You have to start to teach and pass that wisdom down to other women, to other goddesses, to other men. And this is not solely, catered to women. What I'm sharing is for men too, to gain healing for themselves too. If they want to cultivate healthier generations, we must do something different. It's a beautiful thing. I know mushrooms, DMT, that made a major influence and impact on my life in pulling back layers of trauma from my aura that I experienced. And so it's many ways to heal yourself. You just have to be comfortable with getting out your comfort zone and recognize that we all are experiencing something. We all have been through things, and it's so many opportunities for you to heal yourself if you choose to get out that box. So peace, love, and light. See you guys soon. Thank you for tuning in again.
Love and light onto your world. I'm Mayantha T. Muse. I am a mystic priestess, divinatory literal visionary, and performing artist, and welcome to another session of Divine Rhyming. You see, I actually do thousands of readings. I'm fluent in over 16 different forms of divination and counting, and one of my very special gifts that's close to my heart is poetry. So I wrote a piece that is aligned with today's topic, and it's just about love. I won't make it too complicated. And this is one of my many untitled love poems. I love you and I am love. I radiate in it. I love the taste of nature's candy, my other tools that come in handy. They call it fruit, I stir my soup. I love a Chaco black man. The poker flushes and all four suits. I love ancestral roots. Journeys through millenniums. I love the cleanliness of truth. I love my Ruth. Olodomare's proof that his birds don't beg for bread. I spread the crumbs cause I love people hate lead. How guns even feel in my hand. I love rolling naked in sand. I love land. Plants covered in sunflowers and blue bonnets like the endless sonnets. The tip of my pen loves the writings. I love enlightening despite the wars in the dark. And quiet as is kept, my heart loves those too. I love the mysteries of my abyss, my yoga stretch, I give it a kiss. I love bending over and creating sunrises and sunsets and the wondering whys of skies. The taste of shark steak when I had bigger fish to fry. I love the third eye to scry in the landscapes. I no longer anticipate the depths of my love. I love you and I am love. I radiate in it. Signed, my womb. More on that later. So a lot of the poems that you will hear during the duration of Galactical Goddesses are actually raw. So you'll be seeing and hearing more of them with music and things like that coming up. But thank you for allowing me this space and time to share them raw on the paper. I'm Mayantha T. Muse, and this has been another Divine Rhyming. Thank you.
Boss up, Yoshi. You know why? Right here.
Elevation Energies, it's your goddess Caramel coming at you with another libations and information, gods and goddesses past and present. Now we're here in Lucy's Ethiopian restaurant, and I just wanted to share with you a little bit more about how we honor who it is came before us. Now before I've showed you that you can honor with a bell, you can honor by pouring of libations, which represents the element of water. You also want to have the element of earth available. And with incense, the element of air. Now, the incense represents the fragrance of your personality going up to meet with the divine. So today our episode is all about the Great Mother. So I want to talk to you a little bit more about Nut. So Nut is the Kemetic deity that represents the feminine principle of sky. Nut comes forth from air and humidity. So as the story goes, Shu, the air, and Tefnut, the humidity, came forth together and produced Geb, the earth, or masculine principle, and Nut, or air, the feminine principle. Now, air represents the feminine principle in that she is hiding the divine light. Now, if that is not fitting of the womb, which is that triple black darkness, if you know what I mean. So Nut represents the first creator. All things came forth from her, humans, plants, and animals. Those elements are represented in today's life. But way back in Egyptian times, we had individuals like Queen Tiye, who was wife of Amenhotep III. She brought forth Akhenaten and later became the grandmother of Tutankhamun. Or even Queen Nefertiti. She was the mother of Tutankhamun. Now we see these divine lights, Amenhotep, Akhenaten, and even Tutankhamun, but the bringers forth of those lights are the great mothers. So as we talk to you today about the divine feminine principle, or the great mother, we ask that you honor your womb, because as I said, they are portals bringing forth great light.
All right, this is Nicholl here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the fact that we mentioned earlier that women are life, right? So I'm going to compare women to seeds, right? Hold on, I'm going somewhere with this, right? So I have been doing a little bit of research, and I have learned that there are a lot of foods out there who have been genetically modified to remove the seeds from them. And I've also been learning that it's very dangerous for us to consume those foods. The seeds is basically where it all starts, right? So, you know, somebody puts a seed in the ground, you get a little rain, you get some sunshine, you get some other things that come from nature, and those seeds do what? They germinate. That's a new word I learned. So those seeds germinate and they turn into little plants, and then they grow, and sometimes they grow up into big trees. So the genetically modification of food is very dangerous because they said they're doing it to stop diseases from spreading to the plants, but it's actually very dangerous for us to consume those things. So just as an example, I wanted to show you something that you can eat because it has the actual seeds in it. And if you were to take these out and let them dry and try to plant them, they will actually turn into a pomegranate plant. So some things that you would want to avoid, things like limes, lemons, grapes, and also watermelon. If they are seedless, they have been genetically modified, and it is best for you not to consume them. You want to consume things that have the most natural form as possible. Just like, you know, hey, women, we try to give you our most natural form. Even when we try to modify it, eventually it's going to come out anyways. So remember what we talked about today. Women are life. We're focusing on seeds that are sown and they grow into great things.
Today we'll just jump right on in. I will, I guess, pose a question to the goddesses and see how have you guys been doing with women being life and womb wellness, understanding where you are in your womb wellness journey. I know for me, it's been about maybe 3 years since I've actively recognized how important my womb was. Before then, I was definitely somewhere else. I don't know where I was, but I'm back and I'm grateful that I am. So it was a really long, rough, hard, and long journey for me, not recognizing the power of my womb and the power of my womanness.
I was a little tomboy growing up, all through and through, didn't want to wear a dress. So when I realized I was walking around with a portal.
Hello? That's what she is.
That's what she is.
That's what she
is.
is.
Whole portal. Teleport me here, teleport the other beings. It was definitely transformational. And living in that divine feminine, baby, I'm gonna tell you, working magic, just they thought they had a wand.
Literally.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah. So my cup has runneth over.
I love it. I love it. Do tell.
I'm also a newbie to the whole wellness thing as well. I have, as a part of my walk of celibacy, it's not always a fun journey.
Wait, tell me about that.
What had happened was, I just decided to, you know, cut off communication, you know, as a part of my wellness. And I started doing like some of the steamings and things like that, because I'm one of the women who have particularly heavy cycles sometimes. So I started doing the steamings and just started realizing, you know, it's a whole beautiful situation, you know. So that has helped me honestly to value myself a little bit more, because it's like more of, you know, just, you know, an organ, or like you say, like a portal. It's just a whole situation medically, but also there's a spiritual side to it that I never knew about. So steamings have helped. Some of the herbs that they use, the red clover blossom and cat's claw, like they just make a mix and they help you to, you know, just, you know, cleanse and show your girls some good love.
All kind of energies trying to get on that elevator.
I'm telling you. Take me up.
Well, I would say when it comes to women or life, I was a bit of a rebel from Jump Street. Because we're in an age now where we're taking back our power from patriarchal rule. But it's really about evening out the playing field as far as opposed to my power, and men don't have any meaning. Because when you have power, power comes with responsibility.
That is true.
Power comes with accountability. And a huge part of healing is celibacy, because first of all, you don't need thieves in your temple.
Hello? Is this thing on?
That's one of my favorite Prince songs. Love come quick, love come in a hurry. There are thieves in the temple.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? You don't need nobody in there stealing. But at the same time, as you know, Nicholl has said in the beginning about the seed. Now the seed comes from the man.
Yes.
We are the soil that cultivates it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And when we're drunk on our own power, we can pollute our own soil.
Correct. Yeah.
So I'm kind of more on the end of staying humble with my womb femininity.
But see, I've seen you in action, baby, and you cannot keep that thing in the cup. Them people be over there trying to take
What did I do?
You don't even be meaning it though.
You the honey lady?
Let me go over here and take notes. It's just what you do. It's not a bad thing. It's just
beautiful.
they just you just come through and it's like
They be
beautiful.
They be better than acting.
Is that what it is?
Like, all right,
Okay. Sometimes I
But some people are afraid. If they don't know themselves, they're gonna be afraid.
And you know what? That happened to me.
Yeah.
That happened to me. A lot of my life, I did. I carried a lot of shame for that. I did, because it was like, when you have a certain energy, it's like, dang, I thought Christmas was year round. Ho, 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 ho.
Exactly.
And you just like, well, dang, where's the love?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, y'all know what I'm talking about.
We understand.
You can't speak to a man without being thrown in bed with him.
Right.
You can't have a flat tire. You can't exchange a number for business.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing. You just can't do nothing. Just where's the love?
Yeah.
But then I had to learn, because this is a portal.
Yes.
And because we're coming out of patriarchal rule, we're cleansing ourselves of a lot of shame that never belonged there. And guilt. And you know, especially us of African descent, because we were such a spiritually disciplined people that we walked around butt naked all the time. If we were here 400 years ago, I'd be like, hey girl, oh, what tree you get them leaves off of?
Yonder.
You know, take me to where you get them leaves from.
Yeah.
You know, but we have been filled with so much shame. You see, this is the dawn of a new decade headed into a new age. So all of it is coming unwound. So the most important thing we can do is, once we cleanse and heal, that we keep a balance so that we don't use our wounds for vengeance.
Correct.
Because when you do, when you do vengeful things with your womb, you sign up for that to multiply and come back to you.
That karma backfires, I can tell you.
Yes.
And I love, Nicholl, I love how you gave things that you've been doing, the celibacy, the steaming, the yoni eggs, right?
That's
so
my friend right there.
That's how you gonna close that door up.
Yeah.
And get that energy right down there, cause
I haven't tried the eggs, but I've heard. I
got some if you need
I'm
some.
nervous. But I would admit that I did feel like just super clean, you know, afterwards, and it was just a great experience. And one thing that I wanted to say real quick, I once heard that, you know, women who sometimes are struggling with fertility, it's because of exactly what you said, that shame and like disgrace, that also can cause like spiritual blockages.
Yes.
So if you have like, you know, problems in that shame area, you can actually be blocking your own fertility as well. So just be careful with that. That's just, you know, that's for free. Everything else will cost you.
Oh my God! I just got through watching a great show on Boss Up Houston Network. Have you heard? They're bossing up, okay? And I heard they're looking for you. Any podcasters, talk show hosts, if you're a writer or producer, we definitely need you. Come aboard and boss up.
Are you a small business owner that is struggling to promote your company?
Our topic today is what's your status?
Shoot the dice at this point.
You just shoot the dice. Roll the dice.
So.
Yes.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's attorneys.
I love it. Imagine being televised on a national platform. How about being a host or sponsor on a syndicated podcast? Or being featured on exclusive promotions and interview for your product to your ideal customer? Hi, I'm Kayla Sneed, and I'm head of sales with Boss Up Houston. And here at Boss Up, we like to help small business owners and entrepreneurs advertise, promote, or become a sponsor for one of our television, podcast, or radio shows. All you have to do is click the link down below to see if you qualify. I'll be seeing you soon.
This is Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
I love it. Good. I love it.
Like she said, ladies, the game is free. You just gotta pay a little price to go make sure you do it right. So we appreciate y'all joining us.
The ancestors are speaking.
The ancestors are speaking.
So be tapped in, tuned in, and turned on to your
Manifestation. Turned on to your manifestation.
and turned on in your manifestation. Your manifestation.